Welcome back to the Will List Podcast. Did you miss me? Yeah. I guess you did. I don't know if you did. Anyway, I'm back. How y'all guys doing? Yeah. What's going on with you? Over here, we doing good. But I had a very, I had a pretty eye-opening weekend. Yeah. Helped me to, it helped me to realize some things, about, things about myself and of the past. And, how, your parents and people, you got to understand, just look at the title of the show tonight. Collateral damage from parents to child. From parent to child. Sometimes the child is just collateral damage. Yeah, specifically. Let me explain how. Because we're going to jump right into this show. The reason why the child is sometimes collateral damage is because of the will and the nature of the parent. What do you mean by that, Kennedy? Shit. Let's jump into it then. See, the thing is, when you're a child, you end up with personal pain points. And those pain points remind you of, what you've gone through. I mean, they're vivid. They are times of trauma. Hold on. There are times of trauma that existed in your life that you remember vividly. So the thing is, we all have them. And they're like reference points. Reference points that of where, your life took a turn or for a change. It doesn't have to be for good or for bad, but sometimes it's just your life takes turns in order for you to change. The reason why I know this is because I know how many transitions I've been through presently in this same body for 45 years. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder if you guys experienced some of the things that I've experienced with my parents. I know when I was younger, I told my mother I wanted to go stay with my father because I knew I wanted to play basketball in front of my family. I didn't want to play in Columbus, Georgia. I loved the playground. I loved playing with my friends, but it was just something about wanting to be on the basketball team. I didn't want to do it here. I wanted to do it in Pensacola, Florida. I wanted to do it in front of my cousins, uh, my aunties, uncles. Basketball is something I always associated with Pensacola because, and I also associated with my uncle Junebug, my uncle Bub. So I wanted to stay when I was 13, going into high school. I wanted to stay. I wanted to stay in Florida, and because I wanted to play, and I wanted to be coached by my uncle and coached by my family because they had so much, like, um, they knew I could have made it. They knew I was that good. I was talented. Not only talented, I was smart, and I could mimic NBA players to the T. And that's how I played my game, taking from everybody, like and being and perfecting it, spending hours perfecting my craft. Hell, I was really, really good at 13. I was really good at 10, 12, 10, 11, 12. I was good, really good. Shout out to people like Terrence Cole and Derek Burks, you know what I'm saying, Columbus, Georgia. Shout out to LaJuan Bland. Shout out to all the people, shout out to all the cats I played basketball with. The Burks, the Richard Nelson, Chip, man, all my folks in Columbus, Dan Hodges, man, all my folks in Columbus, Georgia, stand up. Pensacola, I love you. You gave me the the game, man. Uncle Bud gave me the game. I just took it and went somewhere else with it. So, but that was just tell y'all, man. That, when you're collateral damage from the collateral damage with you as a child, you are the collateral damage. So, a lot of times when your parents don't value and don't see uh, how they have stood in your path or stood in your way, and they'll stand on that. You're like, damn, like you really think you did the best thing and you didn't. If I can remember that and if I can profess that, I'm telling you that my mother didn't make the right decision with that. I carry that with me because not as a hatred or a hindrance. It's the fact it's a trauma. You understand? So yeah, I've done well in life. I've managed to make it and not rely on anybody because I don't have to. I orchestrated my life that way. I have to maintain a job. I have to maintain a family, be a husband, be a father, um, and now taking on different business ventures like becoming a digital creator, with a day job. All of these things people don't understand all of the work that goes into you being you and investing into yourself until you realize it. See, I have realized that a long time ago, which is why even as a full time, I've kind of had that habit. When I was in the Marine Corps, well, first of all, let's take it back. Summertime, I used to cut grass and try to make money to get my school clothes. I never stopped that since when I was 12 years old, 13 years old, had a job. I used to get jobs. At 15, I used to repair furniture at a furniture store and repair furniture. I used to deliver furniture, worked in a furniture store, accept deliveries. Strong kid. I always had a job, to keep my strength. You know what I'm saying? But money was more important to me than sports at the time because my mother was a single mother, and I like nice things, but I didn't sell dope to get it. I got a job, so that double work has always been in me. That like kind of do this thing and do that because I want that or I want to do that. So I've always had that capability of to provide for myself like double time. Like seriously, those were things that I've always done. I was a when I was a senior in high school, I was a senior in the daytime and I worked at Burger King at night because that's what I wanted to do. I like money. I had a car. I like clothes and shit. I like to look nice and that also, at as a young kid making pretty little decent little money to keep a little money in your pocket. You ain't gotta ask for nothing. You straight. You ain't gotta beg. You can go to all the games. You can have all the fun you want to. Innocent, good fun. I mean, be around your friends. You know what I'm saying? They had jobs. We all had jobs. We didn't live. We could rent hotels and shit when we was in college. We grew up in the South. So our life was free or open. Everybody had cars and shit. Like we used to. That's how we grew up. We grew up like little adults. Like the rich kids that you see in school, like we've been doing that since we was in high school. But we ain't had the same type of cars. We had shitty cars, but they ran. Whatever. Yeah, it was, someone one shitty. Some kids had more better cars than others. I wasn't one of them who had a great car. I had a hatchback. It was new, but it was a hatchback, a little old car, a little Honda XL. I got it from my sister when she went with her husband. They went overseas, and you know what I'm saying. I went to Japan. I take up the car papers. Yeah, I had me some wheels. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that's all I needed was some wheels. Bam. But you understand how, when you're a kid, you are collateral damage. Your parents, they tell you that they give you their best. I beg to differ. Parents give you their best at the time. You see what I'm saying? I have a child, so I know what it takes to give your best. And those are the illusions that parents have and they don't understand. When you have a child, you can do things differently. You don't have to do anything the way they did with you. Most of the time, some people won't even be honest enough with their parents to let them know how much their parents traumatized them. No matter how good they think they were. You loved, you taken care, and you did the best you could. But that doesn't mean you did your best. Because if you did do your best, you don't make excuses today. You understand? That's for anybody that's a parent. You don't make excuses today about what you did in the past. Why don't you own some of your shit so you can move forward and be a better fucking person? I spare no one. The shit that parents put up on their kids sometimes is absolutely extremely grotesque, unyielded, unwarranted as well. You see, your kids don't want to be you. They have no interest in being you. They have an interest in being better than you. And what parent would have a problem with that? I want my child to be 1,000 times better than me and her mother. You know why? Because that's how I'm raising her. Never to make her a perpetual child. I tell you, some adults are sad because their parents have yielded some type of mental mind control over them where they don't feel like they can exist without their parents. I know I can. I do it every day proudly. See, the difference between some people, parents, and me and my parents, it should be a privilege to communicate with me. Because if you don't do that my way, I don't have to communicate with you at all. Both of them know it. And I don't even have to care. I have a child now. I'm a grown man. I'm a married man. I have way more to do than concern myself with old people that have already lived. They've done what they wanted to do, good and bad, for good and for bad. And they're not apologetic for it either. So you know what that lets me know? I have to do the same thing. I don't even understand that the mental mind conceptions of some people simply because they have their own mind. Just like I have my own mind. Hold on a second, people. Check something out here. Okay. All good. No worries. Had to check on the house. Got cameras and shit, you know. I'm hearing noise and just shit was going around me. I don't like that. I had to look at my cameras. You know what I'm saying? I have to see what the fuck is going on around y'all. Yeah. So anyway, but the reason why there's the boomers. The boomers are the who I'm speaking of. They're perpetual children to their parents, so they expect us to be. I'm a Generation Xer. That means I X that shit out. Do you understand? We're the first generation of people that moved and got the fuck away from their parents. I've done my parents. Don't get me wrong. I love my parents so much, but my parents are very self-centered. They should have stayed together. They would have learned so much from each other. They would have never had to be the type of people that they are today. Very self-serving and selfish. They should have stayed together. And you know the crazy part about it is, I know for a fact I would be the same way if I didn't fight for something that mattered. Uh-huh. I'd be the same goddamn way. I promise you. I would self-serve the fuck out of myself and end up with King's disease. Some shit like that. But I'm aware of that, so I'm like, nah, I wouldn't. I kind of like this thing called marriage. It's very rewarding. It's very self. You realize who you are. The mirror of being around and being with another person. See, men, we're despicable motherfuckers sometimes. We desire other women. We do all kind of shit. We crazy as fuck. But we need to understand and always value who value you. Always love who love you. I don't put shit off on my wife. I take accountability and responsibility for my little fucked up ways. You know why? because I'm a man. And I do shit sometimes. God damn it, I do. Shit. Ah, I have to learn from my mistakes too. I have to learn how to be better. I have to keep learning how to be a better, more, more uh 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 person of humility and of steward learning as well. I have to be a steward and learn as well. I have to pay attention and understand who know and love me too. That's how you build something. That's how you can go forward. That's how you can always rely on a person that you know that love you because they're gonna tell you the truth about yourself. That's why you should never fret to tell them the truth about themselves. It's beautiful. It's oh, your soul learns. You can accept any outcome because your foundation that you're building that shit on is absolutely concrete, steel and concrete. It's fortified. You understand? Because you bear your soul to your mate to be a better you because you don't have to hide shit. You ain't got to lie, pretend, give somebody else secrets that can blow your motherfucking world up. Oh, shit. Yeah, I ain't got to deal with that shit because I'm not deceitful. I'm not evil. I'm a real being. I could be transparent with my wife, the woman that I chose to marry, simply because of two reasons. I love her and I love my family. So I'm able to do whatever it takes as long as it doesn't take me out of my genuine being of self. See, that's one thing you people need to understand. And when you listen, alumni, listen, my peoples, we need to understand one thing and one thing really good and clear. Loving yourself and your mate seeing how much you do, I guarantee you, they're gonna do another couple things. They're gonna need to take heed and start loving themselves as well so that they can give the best love back to you, or they're gonna do something to destroy you. You better know the difference. You know, the sad part about it is that's kind of like a thing that even family members, they rely on the fact that you love them. But sometimes people take love for granted. They take their titles for granted. They take who they want to be to you for granted because they refuse to get to know you. They want to see you for who they want to see you for. I tell you, when your family members treat you like that, you keep showing them who the fuck you are. They know it. They just like fucking with you. They like they like taking they like a form of not necessarily degrading you, but they like to take you down a size or two. They like to say, well, I don't know who you think you is. Man, my family, man, my sister done told me, I always try to tell, they'll try to do it. They'll try to tell the God down. Yeah, they do it. You know why? Because they feel like that's loving you. They feel like that's giving you what you need. And in all actuality, it's the complete opposite. Nobody needs your opinions. Nobody needs what you think about somebody. That devalues the relationship that I can have with you because you're devaluing me and you devalue yourself. That's how that does with family. Family think they're trying to check you when all they're doing is exposing their hatred for you. Their pure hatred, their pure jealousy. and dismissal for you and your decisions. So when you know you're doing the right thing, hey, champions press on. And you allow the people that you love to keep their distance. It's necessary. Check it out. I knew I didn't want to keep you long tonight. So that's the show tonight. But for real, we can admit to ourselves that collateral damage from parents to child is severe. It's not getting any better either. So what I advise us to do to start understanding and learning from antiquity, learning who you are, walking through the pain so you can see the light. You've been told a lot of lies, and people have stood on those lies. And they can't justify them either. They just keep telling them. What can you do? Some people you may have to just love from a distance. And goddamn, they cut ties. Because when they want you to believe their lies, that's warfare. That's warfare. Spiritual warfare, mental warfare. That's disease implantments. Trying to dis-ease your brain, make you diseased because they're diseased. I ain't saying nothing about no goddamn disease, but a disease is what a lot of people carry, and they prefer to make sure you feel how they feel. So they love to hurt, and I got a family full of hurt motherfuckers that love hurting motherfuckers. So I should answer a question from a comment that I did get. She says, "Why do I curse?" Because I want to. Because it's not what you think it is. See, you called it a curse. I didn't curse nobody. I don't even try to curse people. What I tell you is I use profane language. I use profane language because it helps me express how I feel. It's not against anybody or not against anything. Can I use it as a weapon? Yeah, but most of the time I'm just talking and not using it's profane, it's not cursing. I'm not degrading, I'm not belittling. I talk how I want to talk, say what I want to say. This platform says 17 and or 18 and it's not for children. So you can just not watch it. It's fine with me. But I appreciate your views, absolutely. And if you watch more of my shows, you know I'm not as profane all the time. I'm a being. I'm a human being. So a human as being, sometimes I use profane language. And profane is just me expressing myself at an extreme level because I have extreme tendencies as a person. I just told you if you can walk through the show, if you're looking at this show, you understand that I told you I am extremely myself, and I enjoy that about myself. So that's why I enjoy learning more about myself because it helps me be a better person so that I can love the people around me better and the people that want to not understand or want to understand who I am. You know, I don't. You don't pay me. See, that's one thing family members don't understand. They don't pay you. You could choose to deal with them or not. That's not a requirement. I was already raised. I grew up in a house with y'all. I don't have to talk to y'all every day. I don't. We don't have to. We good. Sometimes family members grow apart. That don't mean you don't love you, or my love is lost. No, we don't have the taste for each other no more, or the tolerance, because you don't embrace the change. It's not that I'm different or not, or feeling it. No, you don't embrace the you don't embrace change. You like to, feel how you want to feel. Nobody can control it. So, yeah, that's the show, people. I'm not saying don't love your family members. I love the hell out of mine, but they do not control any aspect of my fucking life. None whatsoever. They don't have no kind of power like that. I do. They should know that. So you should never challenge that. You will continue and always be unsuccessful. It's a stupid road to travel down. It's incomprehensible to me. You have to accept that. Okay, that's a show. You guys got to see a real good interpersonal way about who I am, and I'm not telling you no lies. So, yeah, just understand one thing. I'm not a hypocrite, and I walk by my own. I walk by the same music I talk about. All right, that's the show tonight. This is the favorite part that's coming up. Come on, say it with me, because I know you love it. I do. The will.